Whoa, so David Grush played a part in the Jake Barber story, an important part. We've got that and a lot more to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, this is awesome information from Lieutenant Colonel James, or is it John Blitch, who was interviewed by Matt Ford on the Good Trouble show. Great show. Matt does an awesome job. And Lieutenant Colonel Blitch, who vouched for Jake Barber, from the Ross Coulthart interview, talking about psionics and interacting with feminine entities and doing UFO crash retrievals. Well, Lieutenant Blitch was directed to Jake Barber by David Grush. Let's check it out.
He wanted to encourage others to come out. So Dave reached out to me and said he knew some other folks who did have firsthand knowledge, but they were very worried because of the backlash that could be taken against them.
Yeah, so there you go. So Blitch got involved with the Jake Barber story directed to Jake and the others by no less than David Grush. I think that's awesome information. So if you are skeptical of Jake Barber, but you're not skeptical of David Grush, maybe this will persuade you to take Jake's story more seriously. Or if you know somebody that falls into that category, maybe you could share that information that it was actually David Grush that played a part in this information getting out potentially. So really, really fascinating stuff. It makes me wonder if Jake Barber is one of David Grush's 40 plus whistleblowers and witnesses that I'm hoping will someday show up before Congress in an open hearing in the House of Representatives, just like David Grush did. I think that would be amazing. So will Jake Barber get his day before Congress? Jake and the others, because of course he wasn't alone and coming out with this information. Well, I sure hope so. Continuing with the Jake Barber story, both Chris Lato and Lou Elizondo are talking about it. So let's give a listen.
Former F-16 pilot here. Reasonable questions. Why is there no rotor wash and why are there no ground crew members for the White Egg UAP? And the biggest reason is this is Black Ops, right? So it is at night. That's all under night vision devices. So that light is probably not even regular light. That's probably covert lighting. As F-16 pilots, we flew night vision goggles all the time, and they are extremely, extremely dangerous. If you haven't flown for 6 months, you have to go through another upgrade program. And the reason is it's not like riding a bike. So what you're going to see under covert lighting is very different than what you're going to see under regular optical lighting. There's many optical illusions, and this means you're probably not going to see dust. It means it's not grass, it's probably hard rock. And at night, if you have a large egg-shaped object rolling around in the dark, you probably don't want ground crew down there.
Yeah, that was really interesting. The idea that that could actually be a hard surface. That could be rock we're looking at. Lou Elizondo is also talking about this.
If you're picking up something that's truly exotic, are you going to have people standing right below it touching it if you have no idea what the hell it is? You're going to keep people at a distance, because if this thing has some sort of biological effect, negative consequence, because it's radioactive or something like that, it's emitting something, or maybe it's super hot. There's no way to tell. You don't know what temperature it is, right? So this is my frustration. We're like, well, there's no ground crew there. Well, because maybe you're not supposed to have a ground crew there. I mean, if you have something that's particularly dangerous and no one knows what the hell it is, maybe that's not a great idea. So again, I'm not defending it, and I'm not attacking it. What I'm trying to say is that there's a whole lot of what ifs and questions regarding this, even this short little video, we have no idea about. And for people to just jump to a conclusion, I think it's premature.
Yeah, and previously Lou has said that he worked in some capacity with Jake Barber in his team. I thought that was really interesting. So Lou worked in some capacity with Jake. Stephen Greer, again, worked in some capacity with Jake. David Grush worked with Jake, and so did Lieutenant Colonel Blitch, Ross Coulthart. All recognized names. Oh, and of course Gary Nolan, who verified and studied the health effects from Jake's experiences and others' experiences. Yeah, all guys that are well thought of within the UFO community. But Jake's information received such a huge backlash, even with all these names attached to it. He seems to be on the level. His people seem to be on the level, and it really is frustrating to see his information, get the response that it has gotten. Because I do think that he's a truth teller and that he has some really good insights to give. Meanwhile, Trump has said that Mike Pompeo played a crucial role in Trump not releasing the full JFK files. So, what does Mike Pompeo have to say about that? Well, as it turns out, he says there's nothing to see here, folks, and there's also nothing to see in the UFO files.
And by the way, there's also no value in them. These don't hold the dark secrets that everybody wants to just hold up as the bogeyman. I saw the UFO files too. We've got bigger problems.
Yeah, nothing to see here, folks. Okay, but what about the other egg pics and video? That's right, the Antarctica egg pics and video. Well, ProPixels is continuing his analysis or analyses of the various available footage and pictures. And here is one thing that he had to say recently. And I encourage you to go watch all of his videos, the full analysis of each individual thing that he's talking about with each video. But I'll just play a little bit of it here.
Nevertheless, we're looking at it and we're trying to tease details out of it and comparing it between the two images that were released. And the comparison that I looked at of all of the different factors tell me that this is the same object in the same location. And it could be a three-dimensional reconstruction. But man, somebody went a really long way to make this so believable.
So yeah, is that what happened? Is it an intentional disinformation? Did somebody go way out of their way to create disinformation to perhaps cloud the issue of Jake Barber's information? Or did his coming out with his egg video spur others to come out with theirs? Let me know what you guys think. There definitely seems to be some BS surrounding the Antarctica egg information, or egg video information. Somebody claiming to be the original poster has posted this supposed interview with the entity recovered at the same time that object was recovered.
Okay, that's fine. How old is the vessel, as you call it? You call it the vessel. We call it the hex shape.
It was built by my people 3,000 years ago in the land you once called Hem.
Kemet.
Hem.
Where is Kemet? Hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, here. In the phone, where in the map is
The
Kemet?
one that says Egypt.
Oh, okay, Egypt.
This
Okay, I
one
see.
here.
Okay.
Okay, so the egg was made in Egypt in ancient times, according to this being supposedly recovered from Antarctica. Hey, you never know. I think the Egyptians were up to something funky. I think it was likely a colony of Atlantis. I love all the Egypt stuff. So, hey, you never know. But I think there's a lot of BS surrounding this story, and it may all, in fact, be BS. But the analysis of ProPixels has convinced me that maybe there is a chance that those pics and vids, if nothing else, are legit. And maybe the other stuff is simply there to misdirect us and to cast doubt on the authentic stuff. But I don't know, guys. So let me know your thoughts. Oh, and this was sent to me by James with Hot Action KOP. UFO detected on radar disappears over forest, prompting a massive search by Turkish authorities. And this is from January 22nd. An intriguing event mobilized Turkish authorities in an extensive operation for an unidentified object that inexplicably disappeared. The phenomenon was recorded in the morning of Tuesday the 21st when radar systems detected an unusual object flying over the skies of Pastamonu province. As the incident unfolded, local authorities monitored the radar for additional information about the mysterious object. However, it suddenly vanished without a trace as it approached a dense forested area near the village of Kurisoglu. I said that right. The response involved a coordinated operation by various government institutions, including a Turkish Air Force, Kestamunu Provincial. Oh my God! Yeah, the provincial command, the provincial disaster and emergency authority, and search and rescue in commando units. Teams were immediately dispatched to thoroughly search the area. Although experts are still analyzing the data, the nature of the object remains unknown, heightening the mystery. Eyewitness accounts and official reports have yet have yet to clarify the event. Yeah, really cool stuff. And let's see, there is a little video here, I believe. Turkish authorities deploy thermal drones and ground patrol troops, ground patrol to search for UFO that vanished from radar over Kastamonu. All right, let's take a look at this.
Termalli bir değiştirsene. Öbürünü.
All right, is there actually video of the object? Or are we just looking at the search? This is probably just a drone sent up by the search party. They didn't find anything. So, but yeah, there you go. Cool Turkish UFO. All the authorities scrambled out to find it. I thought that was really intriguing that they took it so seriously. Of course, Turkey is no stranger to UFOs. Well-documented cases there before. Really fascinating stuff. And it looks like, the UFOs are still there. Speaking of UFOs, we've got a new UFO documentary to look forward to. That's right. It's got an all-star lineup of people that are going to come forward in this documentary talking about, what else? UFOs. And it looks like it's going to be a banger of a documentary. That's not a good screen grab of Lou. And really looking forward to it. Age of Disclosure. It's premiering at South by Southwest in March. I'm not sure if it has a distributor yet, but it might. Either that's a slightly better screen grab. Yeah, really looking forward to this documentary. I hope it's not just a bunch of talking heads with some video that we've all seen. I hope there's something new in it. But maybe there's not, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's something like James Fox's The Phenomenon that's really great to show to people that aren't UFO people, to make them take the subject more seriously. And if that's all it is, then great. We definitely need more stuff like that. We definitely need to, educate people that this phenomenon is real and that the government and the powers that be have been hiding it from us for many, many years. Oh, and from Great Dane comes another orb that turns into a plane or a mystery drone. Check it out. We've got the bright white light, the orb, and is there any audio? Don't know what that noise is. I'm assuming it's an innocent noise. Yeah, so we got the orb, and let's see if we can get it to transform into the mystery drone. What do you think? Is that a thing, guys? Is that a thing? Is that what's going on? Are these orbs transforming into stuff? Orbs have transformed into other things, and entities have come out of orbs. It wouldn't be, out of, the realm of what we know about orbs for this to happen. So is that what's happening? Is this a worldwide global phenomenon, an anomalous phenomenon from NHI? Is that what we're dealing with? And all of the actually anomalous mystery drones, were orbs until they transformed? Is that what we're dealing with? Or are we dealing with something completely different? Just lights coming closer to the camera and then resolving into more distinct shapes. But yeah, there you go. We got this nice orb that seems to transform into a more structured object. So a great capture. I would love some confirmation on this phenomenon, if this is what's really going on. But there's, a good number of these videos now, and witnesses on the ground that are reporting this are saying that, yeah, it's not just a light coming at the camera that's slowly resolving into a structured craft, that it is indeed an anomalous object that's transforming into a drone-like object. So really interesting stuff. Chris Bledsoe says this is an orb, however, not a drone. Sharing some of his captures. Love Chris. Love his
Appeared
story.
right above me and then flew off.
Yeah, you can see the movement of this thing. How
Today is the
it's either flying through the sky or else that's clouds moving against it.
of January.
What date was this?
Of January. Oh, excuse me, 13th.
13th. Okay. 13th of January. Very good. And Chris isn't done giving us the good stuff. This was taken on the 21st. Got another awesome orb.
And it is in focus.
Yeah, it's important that he says this is in focus. It's not just a fuzzy, video of a plane or something.
Yeah, 20th January.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. You can kind of see the structure of this thing a little bit and how it moves and vibrates and shimmers. Is that the energy field around it, or is that the actual object? Is it, a plasma object, or a cloaked object that all we can see is the energy field around it? What exactly are these things? A lot of people are, latching on to the idea of plasmoids and stuff like that, which I think, is, always possible. But I think people are trying to understand these things and relate to them in an understandable way. And I don't know if they can be understood. I think it's possible that some of these objects are other dimensional vehicles or something like that. But who knows, guys? Maybe they're all plasmoids. Maybe it's a trick of the light. Let me know your thoughts about that and everything else covered today. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store or becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.